it's official. Disney World is closing. But no, really, they are closing for the next couple of weeks starting on Monday because of the coronavirus. So that's gonna mean probably slim to none of my videos being uploaded, because yeah, I'm not gonna have much content because that's my backyard and that's what I do on my days off, because I still have to go to work. So if I didn't have to go to work, I'd probably do like beach videos or something like that. But I have to be at work, so you will probably not get much content from me, and I apologize in advance for that. But hey, I know this is affecting us. This is affecting us all, and I understand why Disney is making this decision. I think it's the best decision that they could make at this time for it. So I completely understand. I don't fault them for it, and they're actually being really cool about this too, because I am a platinum pass holder, which means that I don't have any blackout dates, but my pass expires in the middle of April. However, because of these next 2 weeks, they are not going to be open. They are going to extend out my pass to expire at the end of April. So I get a, 2 weeks at the end instead of right now, if that makes sense. So my pass will not expire at the end of April, in the middle of April, it'll expire at the end. So I have a couple more weeks of my platinum pass before I probably downgrade to one of the lower passes, which if you're not a Florida resident, there are a ton of different passes for Florida residents that are kind of broken down to how many blackout dates you have. And the current one I have right now, I don't have any blackout dates at all. And I'm going to downgrade because they have the price of the Platinum Pass way out of my budget. And I might go down to one where I'm going to essentially pay the same price, but we'll have blackout dates for the one that I have now where I don't have blackout dates. So yeah, that's going to be kind of weird, but whatever. That's what I got to do. But yeah, so I don't fault Disney at all. I see why they're doing this. It definitely makes sense. And I think they're handling it very well with including or helping us alleviate our stress by extending out our passes and stuff like that. They're also doing that for Florida resident tickets. They're extending out I don't really know because I'm a pass holder. I don't really pay attention to that. But I saw in the same article that they are going to extend out that to whatever that means. So if you have a ticket holder, or if you're a ticket holder for Florida resident, look up that. I don't really know the specifics on it, but look that up too, because it looks like they're helping you out there too. So yeah, this is like one of the few times that Disney closes. They've only closed a few times before for hurricanes, and then of course during 9/11 they closed too. So they don't close very often. It's usually a big deal when they do. And Disneyland has closed, I think, even less than Disney World has, because Disneyland doesn't really get all the hurricanes, stuff like that Disney World does. So it's kind of crazy because Disneyland was the first to announce that they were going to close, mainly because of, I think, California's rules that they put in place for how many people can gather in one place kind of affected how they were going to go. And then, of course, Disney World's wanted to mimic their sister park in LA, or Anaheim, I should say. So they eventually announced that they were closing too. And then shortly after that, Universal was like, yep, us too. I think right now SeaWorld is still operational, so they say, but I bet you they're gonna also go down too. Just a little bit of a guess there. So theme parks are closed. So what does Orlando have to do? Well, not much. So I doubt really anyone's gonna be doing anything, and I mean they shouldn't, I guess, because of this thing. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna be like a ghost town. It's gonna be kind of weird. We pretty much live off a tourist industry, so we'll see. So if you have booked a trip out to Orlando and it's now canceled, I do apologize. I understand that is very frustrating, but Disney has your back. They're taking care of it. They'll definitely make sure you will still have a magical time when you do eventually come to Orlando. But yeah, they are canceling everything. But I have been in Disney parks before when they have closed, mainly because the hurricane that was supposedly coming through here last year, which it did end up missing Orlando, but they thought it was going to hit us directly. I stayed at a Disney resort during that because my building here where I live is not the greatest. like the roof almost fell off when a bad windstorm came through and it wasn't even a hurricane. So I decided to stay at a Disney resort during that hurricane. So the parks were going to be closed. They did end up opening Epcot up for a little bit though, because it did pass us over. But the parks were going to be closed, and so it was kind of like a what do you do? There's nothing to do kind of thing. And I think that's going to be kind of similar to what they're doing with this. I'm guessing if you're stuck in the resort that they will still provide like movies or something like that, some kind of in-room entertainment during it, and they'll probably have like more affordable food than they usually do in the resorts. And that's what they did for hurricanes at least. So I can only go off of what I've experienced, and it's always been, you know, pretty good. So I don't think you have to worry if you're stuck in a resort or if your trip is coming up. I mean, yeah, I would just contact Disney. I'm sure they'll help you out canceling your trip and making sure that you can come back at a later time or something. But overall, I mean, they definitely know what they're doing, and it makes sense that they are closing, and I'm sure the guests that are still in the resorts will still have a magical experience even though it's not going to be in the parks. So what about you guys? Have you ever stayed at Disney when it closed? Have you ever been here for a hurricane, or were you here during 9/11? Leave your comments below. I would love to hear your stories of what went on when you were here when it closed. And it doesn't happen very often, like I said, so this is very rare. So if you have been around when Disney has been down, what was your experience? Especially if you went to Disneyland when it's been down, because that, like I said, does not close like ever. So let me know. I would love to hear your experiences, and I think they're all really valid to hear, because I think that kind of helps us all out too. And I want to thank you guys so much for following me on my Party of One adventures, and I do apologize if there's no videos coming up for the next couple of weeks, but I hope you understand why. And I hope you guys all stay safe, and that when you do come visit Disney, that you have a magical experience as well. Anyway guys, this is just a quick video just saying thank you for joining me, and I hope you understand why I don't have that many videos coming out soon. So hey, there may be one or two. I might still go, like I said, on the last day of operation before they officially close for the rest of the month. It's gonna be weird though, I will tell you, because I won't have anything to do. But yeah, I'm gonna probably try to go to Hollywood Studios on that last day and go on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway one last time before the closure. And I don't think I'm gonna go early in the morning for Rise of the Resistance, because like I said, way too early for me. I can't do it. I don't know how y'all do it. I can't do it. But I do actually have a fast pass for Millennium Falcon, even though I don't really need it, because as a party of one person, you can literally just walk on usually in the single rider line. So I don't know. We shall see. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, whatever about Disney, comment below, or anything about Party of One in life. Do you like to go off and do stuff on your own? Let me know. I'd like to hear your stories as well, too. And don't forget, I do have a podcast that I haven't really been updating lately, but that's the whole reason for these videos is from my podcast. So if you would like to be a guest star in my podcast, also comment below. I'll reach out to you. We'll set something up so you can be in my podcast and go over that. So yeah, thanks again, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much, Party of Winners, and have a magical day. Also, here's a little avatar shaman to help ward off the virus.